Hello everybody, so today we're going to find the square root of I. So I is the square root of -1, which is a complex number, so we can also say that the square root of I is also a complex number. So the square root of I can be written as a plus ib or a plus bi, whichever you feel more comfortable with, where a is the real part of the complex number square root of I and b is the imaginary part of the complex number square root of I. So now if we square both sides, we will get I equals a plus ib whole square. So therefore I equals a square plus I square b square plus 2aib. So here the I square is actually -1 because I is the square root of -1. So if we square this I, we will get -1. Therefore, if this I square is -1, then the equation would be I equals a square minus b square plus 2aib. So now we can write the I as 0 plus 1i as the complex form a plus ib equals, we take the real part a square minus b square plus 2abi, which is the imaginary part. So let this I be the complex number z1 and the right hand side be a complex number z2. So we can say that z1 equals z2. Therefore we can see that the real part of this z1 equals the real part of z2, and the imaginary part of z1 equals the imaginary part of z2. So we get the two equations, a square minus b square equals 0 and 2ab equals 1. So b equals 1 by 2a if we divide both sides by 2a. Now we can just put this value of b in the first equation, a square minus b square equals 0. Now, after putting this, it would stand as a square minus 1 by 2a whole square equals 0. Now, if we add the two terms, we will get 4a to the power 4 minus 1 whole divided by 4a square, which is equal to 0. Now, for a fraction to be 0, the numerator has to be 0. Or the denominator has to be undefined or infinity. So we know that a square or a is not infinity, so we will just take the numerator as 0. So 4a to the power 4 minus 1 equals 0. So 4a to the power 4 equals 1, so we will get that a equals plus minus 1 by root 2. So now plugging in the value of a in b, we will get that if a is positive, b equals 1 by root 2, and if a is negative, b is also negative 1 by root 2. So we can see that if a is positive, b is also positive, and if a is negative, b is also negative. And we can see that the magnitude of a and b are the same. So we know that the square root of I is a plus ib, and now we just have to plug in the value of a and b in this equation. So if a is positive, b is also positive, then the first equation will just be 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2i. And if a is negative, b is also negative, so the second equation would be minus 1 by root 2 minus 1 by root 2i. And if we factor out the minus sign, then it would be minus of 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2i. So therefore, we can say that the square root of I is plus minus of 1 by root 2 plus 1 by root 2i. And there we go, we have found the value of the square root of I. So, pretty cool, yeah? So, if this video helped you, a sub would be awesome, and thanks for watching.